Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Alina Markina on the line, and she's an HR manager over at EVNE Developers. Alina, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot for your work, Adam. Hope this conversation will be useful.
All right, so I'm excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to talk about creating corporate culture and connecting with your team during quarantine time. But before we get into that topic, I do want to talk more about what you're doing over at EVNE Developers. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Okay, so generally we are outsourced IT company which calls really EVNE Developers. Our office is located in Ukraine, and we are IT service company that has operated within the international market of web and mobile development since 2011. We have 50 people in the team in 2 cities, and during these 8 years we created more than 400 projects for 117 clients. And me as HR, I take care about people in the company. My main responsibilities are get, keep, and develop employees here. So I'm responsible for full cycle of HR processes in our company.
I love it, and that's why you're the woman that I want on the line to talk about building corporate culture, especially during quarantine time, because that's your job. So let's start it out. So where do you want to begin with that one? I know it's difficult times, quarantine time, and building corporate culture and working with the team is not always easy. Where do you want to start us with that one?
Yeah, it's really interesting topic because as I know during this time a lot of businesses have some troubles with their work, but we also had that, and I needed to create some plan, some structure, what we're gonna do with our people because they should be connected with us. And I have some examples of my work, and I can share it with other people because I think it will be interesting for them.
Fantastic. So give us an example, please.
Okay, for example, if you work online, you can start with something easy, for example, some challenges or competitions online. For example, we did like a little competition, a best photo in pajama, because it was International Day of Pajamas. So it was interesting when some serious programmers shared their photos in pajamas. So I don't know, it was really fantastic for me personally. And one more point, it was challenge to create the best Photoshop picture. So also these programmers created some interesting pictures in the space, or I don't know, in some impossible place. It was really funny to see that. And yeah, like I think people had really good mood during this time spending. But also during this time is great opportunity to plan something in advance. For example, during this time, we planned some merch stuff, some branding production for our future, and ask people to show their opinion. What do they want to see in the company, in our future, maybe change something in our business processes, because for now it's hard to feel some connection with the team. But when you ask people about something, when you ask them to share their opinions, they think that they are part of something bigger than they are at their homes, I think.
Oh, I love these ideas. I mean, these are really great specific examples. And Diana, who will be editing this later, don't tell the team, but I'm going to steal Alina's pajama idea because that's so funny and fun. The Photoshop one I won't steal because I don't know how to use Photoshop, so I feel like everybody will beat me on that one. But no, these are great ideas, and I think, I mean, also reaching out to your clients. I feel like you build a better. You're also going to build a better relationship with them overall. I love that. I'm just curious, what kind of responses have you gotten back from clients after reaching out like that and asking for their opinion?
It was big amount of some inputs after that because they see how to work from home and what they want to see in the office when they are not at that place. So it was just some maybe logistical, but in some moments it was really interesting for our management team to hear how it seems from their level, and yeah, we can implement it like as soon as it's possible, like for our future.
And the funny part is, I bet you this happens because this happens oftentimes, and it's not the reason why you did the exercise. So you did the exercise to build a deeper relationship with your clients and to get better as a company. But what's always interesting to me is when you do reach out like that, you end up getting business. Like they end up having another project or another thing, and they're like, oh yeah, we've been meaning to call you. Like these things just naturally happen.
Yeah, that's really true, and that's really interesting that it can be part of something bigger.
So, Alina, that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on EVNE Developers, so two-part question. So part one, what type of clients are normally a good fit to work with EVNE Developers? So that's part one. And then part two, what's the best way for the listeners to reach out and to contact EVNE Developers?
Okay, first question, a client is a person who is curious about something and he wants to create something bigger and something good for society, for people. So this person should have some good reason to do what this person do. And can you repeat the second question?
What's the best way for them to follow up? How do they contact EVNE Developers?
Okay, it's easy to be a little bit bigger than just client and responsible person for this project, because I think this personal connection is the greatest way to build really good project and to do the work really good.
Mm-hmm. And so if somebody wants to contact EVNE Developers, how do they do it?
So they can follow our page in LinkedIn. It's called EVNE Developers, or also in Facebook, or can reach me in LinkedIn and I will send a message to responsible person.
Fantastic. Well, Alina, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your best practices and giving us some good ideas on what to do during this quarantine time. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there. I'd love to hear what you thought and what kind of projects you're working on. And Alina, thank you again for coming on the show.